My next bus will arrive in 20 minutes. So I have some time to practice some modified yoga poses for the bus stop. Let's get started. Just stand and straighten up and breathe deeply. Ideally, your feet are hip length apart and your navel is drawn in towards your spine. You might want to lift your arms above your head, interlock your fingers, and just stretch your whole body. You can then move your arms in a kind of climbing motion to relax your shoulders and upper back. This bus stop had poles, so I just used one to lean my forearm against it while standing about 2 feet away from it. Breathe deeply in this pose and then do the other side. This releases your shoulder girdle. Since the sun was shining brightly, I decided to do a namaskara in Tadasana, the mountain pose, in all 4 directions, thanking the sun for all the light and life around us. This, of course, is optional. Now, the main difference between doing exercises and yoga is that when you do the yoga poses, you're conscious of the movement and the breathing at all times. And in that way, you help prana move consciously in your body. Let's now continue with a warm-up from foot to head. Back on the seat. Extend your right leg and circle your ankle, say 5 to 7 times in one direction, and then 5 to 7 times in the other. Then rotate the ankle of the other leg 5 to 7 times in one direction and 5 to 7 times in the other. After that, you can extend your arms or even with arms folded, circle your wrists in both directions. And now, there's no one to my left or right. Extend your leg, let's say the right leg. Lift up your right arm and bend forward and try to touch your foot with your hand on the exhale. Inhale and come up again. Now, extend your left leg in front of you. Place it on the heel. Lift up your left arm as you inhale, and on the exhale, bend forward from the hip and touch your foot with your left hand. And on the inhale, come up again. A light stretch for the back of your leg. Now let's do something for the hips. To warm up the hips and also the pelvic region, place your right ankle over your left thigh. Place your palms on the thigh near the bent knee and press gently 3 to 5 times. Then do the other leg. Back to seated position. Lift the right leg a few centimeters from the ground. Bend the knee. Place your right hand on the thigh near the knee and move your leg sideways back and forth. Come back to seated position and do the other leg. Now you're ready for Suchirandrasana, which means a needle in Sanskrit. Place your right ankle over your left thigh on the inhale. On the exhale, bend forward from the hips. Bring your left arm from the outside of the left leg, your right arm through both the legs, and interlock the fingers of both hands on the shin of your left leg. Hold for about 3 deep breaths and release the fingers and come up slowly on the inhale. I like to give my knees a little massage and pat them. As they say, energy flows where the attention is. Now, the other leg. Place your left ankle over your right thigh on the inhale. On the exhale, bend forward from the hips. Bring your right arm from the outside of the right leg, your left arm through both the legs, and interlock the fingers of both hands on the shin of your right leg. Hold for about 3 deep breaths. And release the fingers and come up slowly on the inhale. Now moving on to the upper part of the body, you could do the cat and the cow pose. For the cow, you go into a slight back bend on the inhale. For the cat, on the exhale, you bring your chin towards your chest. It's a great exercise if you slouch constantly in front of your computer for long hours. But if you cannot do this due to limitations at the bus stop, you could just be in the seated cobra pose with your chest sticking out, head slightly bent backwards, and you can extend your arms behind you and interlock the fingers of both hands. Now moving on to the shoulders, you could just circle them. Circle them in both directions. And then when you're seated again, just take deep breaths and relax